All right, thank you so much for staying with us. Now, a non-governmental organization, Save the Consumers, has condemned the 21% subscription price hike by MultiChoice Nigeria on its DSTV and GoTV services across the country, which took effect on March 1st, 2025. Now, Executive Director Save the Consumers, Dr. Aliyu Ilias, in a statement in Abuja, said the move is in contrast to the company's decision to reduce prices by 38% and enhance value for its South African subscribers during the same period. It said the action is not only insensitive and exploitative, but also discriminatory, coming less than 1 year after the company's May 2024 price hike in Nigeria. Director therefore calls for an immediate reversal of the price, while compensation should be paid to subscribers affected by the repeated and unjustified price increases and service deficiencies, which is also calling for full compliance with the directive of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, which has asked the company to halt any price increase. Recall that MultiChoice Nigeria had cited inflation and rising costs as of operations in Nigeria for similar subscription price increase in May 2024. Save the Consumer is a consumer protection group committed to championing and defending consumer rights. Let's join Dr. Aliyu Ilias. He joins me now. He's the Executive Director of the Save the Consumers. He joins me live from our Abuja studios. Now, good afternoon, and it's good to have you join the program.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Well, it's good to start this conversation on this note. Your recent statement really strongly condemns multi-choice price hikes while lowering prices in South Africa and increasing in Nigeria. Now, could you explain this move and how you describe it as insensitive and discriminatory?
Right. Thank you so much. I'm sure that most Nigerians will agree with me that we are suffering discrimination and a lack of respect for constitutional authority from multi-choice in different dimensions. Like you rightly mentioned, there is a continuous increment in the price of a bouquet from multi-choice, and there is no considerable increment in terms of services. And this is at the extent that most regulatory body, especially FCCPC, have actually told them to halt the continue increment. They also, even our National Assembly also, in their way, also said they should halt it. But before you know it, the price was increased. But what actually pains us more is that there's a serious and blanket discrimination between Nigerian consumers and South African consumers. You agree with me that recently, South Africa customers of MultiChoice actually enjoy a decrease in the price of their service given to them. Why in Nigeria we have 21%, there in South Africa they have 38%. Beyond that as well, they also increase some of their the channels for them. Also some add-on, a lot of benefits, a lot of user experience there in South Africa. But when it comes to Nigeria, they continuously discriminate us, reduce us, and exploit us, so to say. And this is what is actually making us to come out at this point in time, that we need to change our way of doing this. We need to actually let them know that this is this is a bad practice and it's affecting us. And the funny thing is that the MD in South Africa cited the singular reasons that there is a financial pressure affecting the household in South Africa, and that's why they reduces the prices. But here in Nigeria, we all agree that we have serious purchasing power problem. You have actually increased within less than a year. You have increased twice. This is our challenge, and we are calling on the regulatory authority, especially NBC, to find something to do to this. In fact, what we want more is that we want competition in that area, so that we will not go cap in hand every time begging for them to reduce or begging for them to actually give us a good service.
Indeed, MultiChoice claims the price increase is necessary to maintain world-class content. Now, in your view, is this justifiable, justification credible, given the service realities Nigerian consumers face at this time?
Right. Now, if you said you want to give us a world-class service, I can tell you that we have never enjoyed any decrease in terms of the price of a bouquet in Nigeria. And I can also tell you that if you want to give us good service, why not discuss with the Federal Consumer and Protection Council Commission to actually find a better, and you educate us on it. But now you neither give us a good experience. In fact, the worst thing is that you want to give us good world-class, like they rightly said, you are not giving us even good customer service. You cannot call them, and if you call MultiChoice now, they will redirect you, and we are also calling at our own expense. Why not give us a free, a toll-free call? So these are the things that we need from them. You cannot tell us you want to give us world-class service and you continuously increase. You cannot tell us that you are giving us world-class service and we cannot pause when we are not at home, when we travel, we cannot pause the service. You cannot tell us that you are giving us a world-class service, you continuously increasing the price without having a discussion or negotiating with the regulatory authority. These are what we are saying. That is a serious discrimination. You need to go to read through why they actually decrease our price in South Africa. You agree with me that we are being shortchanged in Nigeria?
Beyond pricing, you also highlighted persistent service issues such as repetitive content and frequent disruptions. How do these perceived service lapses affect Nigerian consumers in your understanding?
Right. You know, we are in a world of global customer experience, where experience gives you what you actually want, where people think before you even talk. Where there is even bad service, the organization that is giving you bad service will call you that we regret giving you bad service. We are in the age that there is compensation. When there is bad service, there is service disruption, you compensate people. We've never seen that from them. And we want to give us world-class service. You are not even giving us a good toll-free where we can actually call and discuss with you. And when you even call on your own money, you'll be told to hold on. You will hold on, and that's actually exposed that they do not employ enough hand to actually cater to people's questions and what have you. Because if they actually give us good customer experience, we will definitely call less, and that's what is it. They are supposed to be proactive, not reactive. So in their own case now, it appears that they are actually reactive, which is when we complain, they now look for solution, not thinking about our collective problem and provide a better solution to it.
You called for compensation for affected subscribers and legal action by the FCCPC. Now, let me ask you, what specific remedies or penalties would you like to see imposed to ensure accountability?
Right. So when you ask me about alternative, as a Nigerian, we believe in competition. I think competition will bring about, because it is near monopoly now, we only have choice of choosing between the two multi-choice service and or maybe like one or two others that cannot even actually withstand them. And there is actually, if you also ask me, I think there's a deliberate attention, there's deliberate intention not to allow other players to come into the fold. Because if we have competition, we can now choose from either A or from B. We will not be saying that it's only one. So I think at this point in time, we need to urge NBC, Nigeria Broadcasting Commission, to also come into this. It's like licensing is becoming a very difficult thing, because I trust Nigerian business men, and I trust global business men. They would like to come to this industry, but if the license process is becoming a serious problem, people will not want to go. And we have also seen people that came and had to go, and that simply means that if there is no cahoot between them, why not open this and let people come in for competition? And beyond that, also we've seen FCCPC bring a lot of rule, bring a lot of conditionalities. We also see National Assembly intervene. We have never seen MultiChoice honoring this regulation. Are they acting out of regulation? Are they now the player that does not have regulation? I think the Nigerian government needs to look into it properly. If not, we'll continue to suffer this injustice, exploitation from this MultiChoice.
Yeah, I will take it up from there before I go to my next question. That why do you think we have, so because we hear them being summoned and all of that, and nothing happens at the end of the day, they still go ahead to, do you think that more stricter measures need to be implemented along the line? Because I'm seeing this like almost taking advantage of customers in some cases.
Right. If you ask me, like I said, they almost fall on NBC. I can tell you FCCPC is doing their own part every now and then to make sure that there is service. There is a good quality service delivery in Nigeria. But at this point in time, I think it's now beyond NBC, since they cannot open that competition. I like to call on President.
All right, then we'll connect with Dr. Aliyu Ilias to continue this conversation. Obviously, it's a very topical one, talking about this DSTV subscription payments and all of that. There's been a back and forth around this. The FCCPC has been talking around this issue, and we expect something strict, something decisive. And action should be taken and let Nigerians know that we are really protected around this. Glad to have you back. I still have my guest from our Abuja studios. We're back, Dr. Aliyu Ilias, Executive Director, Save the Consumer. Yeah, you were making a point before we lost contact with you the other time.
Right. I'm just trying to express that Nigerians are having a serious challenge with MultiChoice, and I want to put that on the table of Mr. President at this point in time. As you know, virtually every household now glue to their TV to know what is going on. So I'd like to call on the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission as well, NBC, and I also want to call the EVC of FCCPC to come together to give us a better outing from this MultiChoice, because if you look at it, it's quite discriminatory and exploitative that a country like this that have a lot of customers are using this service are not actually enjoying the service. In terms of repetitive programs, we are actually suffering from that. In terms of customers, we are not even having world-class customer experience at this point in time, whereby MultiChoice need to be proactive, not reactive, until we now complain before they answer the problem. Perhaps if you are even calling them before they will pick, it becomes a problem. When they call you, they will tell you to hold on again, and that's exposed that they don't have enough staff to cater to the question Nigeria need to raise. And we are also calling on our own. We expect to have a toll-free line so that we can use that to actually discuss and talk about our problem. Because if you have a seamless service, we won't have reasons to actually come. These are our concern, and I want federal government to actually look into it for us to make sure that MultiChoice stop this discriminatory approach to Nigerians.
Finally, before I let you go, you urge Nigerian consumers to consider alternative platforms or even boycott MultiChoice. What realistic alternatives are currently available, and what should regulators be playing? What role should they play in breaking this monopoly?
Right, like we know that for sure. The best alternative for us at this point is to start looking at alternative that we can actually glue to. We have alternatives several times, and they have issue with license, and that's why we are calling on regulatory body. They should give us an alternative that we can use. Nigerians can boycott. What is there? If you cannot give us what you actually enjoy, majority of Nigeria can come together. It become a class case, because what affects me affects other Nigerians as well. But the ball actually fall on the court of the Mr. President, fall on the NBC and EVC of FCCPC. They need to come to our aid. We want to stop this discriminatory experience. Let them stop increasing the price. Let them reverse the price that they bring on our first March, simply because they have actually decreased by 38%, while they increased by 21% in it. They should also give us the same treatment they are giving people in South Africa. They also increase their viewing and their user experience. We want to also experience that. They should also continue to allow us, when our money is exhausted, they should give us the terrestrial TV, 4-5 terrestrial TV, so that we can actually watch before we can actually do that. They should also allow us that in a situation whereby when we are not at home, we can pause. When you travel, you know, we are going to use 15 days. You can pause. We know in other countries they even use pay-per-view. But in Nigeria, we are not giving us people. So we want a better experience from MultiChoice, and they should stop exploiting us. They should stop giving us a discriminatory experience while using their services.
All right, I must thank you so much, Dr. Aliyu Ilias, Executive Director, Save the Consumers. We'll stay on this story. Right of reply, we also expect MultiChoice to react to this and let's know why you need to make all of these increases and why you're not, responding to challenges and all of this that has been raised in this conversation. So there's always a right to reply interviews like this. Thank you so much for your time. We enjoy this conversation. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you for having me.